Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here, and I've been having some fun. You all may remember this bike. This is the Himalayan I made a video about. It had a big bore kit in it. This friend of mine bought it, and he's the kind of guy that can't keep his hands off anything mechanical, so he took the whole thing apart after he got it. It's got the 462 kit in it, big bore kit in it, and took it apart, cleaned it up, made everything nice and shiny, put it all back together, and then he tuned a bunch of stuff. He used to be a motorcycle mechanic years ago, so he did a bunch of work on it, made it so it just runs a lot smoother. And I've been driving it around this little town here, somewhere in Missouri, and I got to tell you, it just has a gob more power than it did before. It had a little more power before, now it has a gob more power. What do I think of the 462 kit right now? I love it. I'm very impressed with how much more performance it has. I'm interested to see how this bike works out over time for him. And since I know him quite well, I'm going to be able to find that out for y'all. But let's look at this bike. It's a 2019 Royal Enfield. It's got about 4,000 miles on it. He's got a couple extras on it. He's got these GV bars. He put this bag on the side. Put these Royal Enfield handguards on, which I just did on my bike. He put these bar end mirrors on, which that's something I really wanted to see, because it's something I'd like to have on my bike. I've rode a few bikes with those on lately, and I really love them. Anyway, screen guard, fender riser kit. He's got a different guard ordered for the headlight, a different guard for the oil cooler. He's got a master cylinder cover coming and a reservoir cover coming and some other things, I think. He's got the Lex Pro pipe, which makes it sound just great. I'll put my helmet on and we'll go for a ride here in a little bit. Got this nifty tank bag that he had for something else, but it works pretty good. And it's very secure. I've got a tank bag that I used on my Enfield and I didn't like it, but this one's very impressive. I might get myself one of these. Holds a lot better. Many more magnets. Up on the dash, he's only had the bike a couple weeks, but he's got his quad lock for his phone. He's going to put a GoPro here. Garmin, but it's not hooked up yet. It's just sitting there. He's got a power auxiliary switch for extra lighting and stuff like that he may get. You know, of course, all the rest is standard stock fare for Enfield. But look at these. You know, these guards are actually very nice. I wanted to point out how rigid these are. They're very solid. This is a heavy piece of metal right here with a plastic guard, and then you can remove the plastic guard if you want to with these screws. I mean, but I've just been having a ball on this thing. I'm gonna take it right now, and I'm gonna go put a bunch more miles on it. I can't believe how much more performance that extra 50 cc's is giving this bike. Just a lot. You know, I did a video earlier on the same bike, and it had a little more power, and I said it was worth doing. If you had to do the top end, go ahead and do it anyway. I'd just definitely do it. Now I'd say if you have to do a top end on your bike, definitely do it, and if you want a bunch more power out of your bike, go ahead and do it, because the way he's got it going, and like I said, he did a bunch of tuning. It's much more aggressive. Oh, he put I think it had a special air filter in there, but he put that it's an opening. It's just different opening on there. It's a less restrictive opening for the air filter system. He's also put you can't see it in the grass here, but he also put a larger foot on his kickstand, so you don't have to worry about parking and things like this. But it's just been a hoot to run. 2019 RE Enfield Lex Pro pipe. I probably pointed that out already. Okay, I'm going to get my helmet on. We're going to take this thing for a spin. Let's see what we can find out, huh? It's a tough job. Somebody's got to do it. Wahoo! Okay, we are going to take this sweet little hot rod for a ride. Something else he did to this is on Enfields, the windshields are adjustable. There's a lower screw and a higher screw. He raised his up to he thinks it gives him better wind performance, wind coverage when he's going down the road. So I've been driving this around, and I drove this bike before. There's the sound, very nice sounding. I drove this bike before when it was before he had his magic done to it, and it ran pretty good. It was more powerful than the stock bike before. But the way he's got it now, with all his tuning and neat stuff that he does, it's far more powerful than it was before. Very impressed with it. This thing is an absolute ball. The substantial power increase. I think it's running stock gearing. As a matter of fact, I know it is, because he and I were talking about, he was thinking about raising the gearing, actually make it more roadworthy. And I would say he's got the power to do it for sure. Look at this brick building here. I wonder what that was. I wonder if the roof is still intact. Okay, the bike. The bike is a hoot. It's got loads more power than standard. It's got decent, you know, everything else is Royal Enfield. Good handling, decent handling, stable handling. I've never been around this town, so we're going to do a little exploring here. But the power is excellent. The power is excellent. And, you know, he just did some work to it, so we can't really get after it like we'd like to. But I will tell you that it's substantially increased over mine. Mine is an absolutely bone stock. I can't even begin to tell you how much more power it would have. I at least 10% more, you know. It's got a very good sound with that muffler. Well, for a Royal Enfield Himalayan. Himalayans make some weird sounds. I've driven a lot of them and they all do it, except for this one. This one actually sounds very good. Well, let's see what happens here. I love the way it performs. It's just much more alive, much more alive. Yeah, the bike runs great. I'm very impressed with this. The tuning that he's done has substantially increased it. It's just, whatever he did to it has made quite a difference. He was a mechanic, I think it was in Arizona or someplace like that for years. Motorcycle mechanic. And he's constantly, he can't, every time he buys something, you know, I've known him for quite a while, and every time he buys something, he tears it apart, puts it back together, and it always seems to work way much better. And this is the same thing here. When he bought the bike, he bought the bike, brought it home. Next phone call I got from him, he had the bike tore apart. And he called me a week or so ago and said he had it all put back together. And I'm just absolutely impressed with how it performs. It'll get after it. You know what? I'm going to take this back because I'm starting to get a little rowdy, guys. I don't think I have to worry about police in this town, but you know what? Everett asked me to be nice. Wow, I am so impressed with this. This is an absolutely amazing machine. Absolutely amazing. The kit installed and tuned properly is a substantial improvement. More than what you would think 50 cc's would do. Of course, like I said, it's got the Everett touch. Everett is his name, Everett. It's got the Everett touch. Wow, I love it. I love it. Time to take it back. Wahoo! A quick closer here. Well, we've had lots of fun on this hot rod. Just a ball to drive. Lots of power compared to mine. My La Rosa right over there. Something I forgot to point out, he's got these air sensors on his tires, so he always knows his air tire pressure. Anyway, lots of fun, lots of power. He's done a great job tuning it. I had a great job riding it. We're going to go, we've been driving some back roads out here in Missouri, and we're going to go do that. We're going to go do a little bit more of that. Y'all have a good time, enjoy, get out and ride. Wahoo!